Agents get stuck. They get stuck in a mindset. I talked to a girl that had been at a company for 22 years and she said, I'm a lifer. And I laugh at that because why? You get stuck in a model and you don't see what's going on outside here. So I think the most important thing for an agent to realize is there's different phases of your business. And as you evolve, so does your business model. And maybe the company you're with isn't the fit anymore.
Welcome to the Justin Landis Show, your real estate podcast about having conversations, building relationships, and creating freedom. And today I'm here with my guest, Julie Caricato, who is the managing broker of Bolst Alpharetta.
Great.
Julie, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So Julie, tell everybody a little bit about your real estate background that led you to helping us launch Bolst Alpharetta.
Great. And I'll give you the short version. I've been in real estate for a few years, just a couple, and started out as a real estate agent, single mom, had to make some money. So I grew a team, did land development, and ended up doing subdivisions. So that was my niche. And I ended up doing about a dozen subdivisions over the years. And when the market crashed, obviously in the 2008 era, I reinvented myself and went into the management side. So I ended up with the KW and started coaching agents. And from there, it opened other opportunities of being a managing broker. I launched an office for ERA. I helped open offices for Remax and then Atlanta Communities most recently. And then I found you a couple years ago. And it's always interesting because my path has taken me in different places. And I think that has been great for me because I've learned so many things. I've met so many great people, learned different models, and it's really helped me. But then I kind of knew what I wanted.
Well, let's get into that, Julie, because you've worked at a lot of great companies. I mean, all the companies you named, great companies. And so you've seen different models. What was it at this point? 'Cause you had a lot of options that made you say, hey, I want to take my next step with Bolst when we opened the Alpharetta office.
Yeah, I think it was life, season, and different things. I'm having grandbabies now, so it's a little bit of a different...
Which is awesome, huh?
I love it so much. And so having different things, I needed an opportunity versus just a job. And I think that's one of the things that drew me here. I mentioned this to you most recently is that I feel like I've come full circle. I was a preacher's daughter and doing the giving back my whole life. Our kids, we did that with our kids. And now meeting you with a purpose-based business was super important at this stage of my life. I don't think there's one right brokerage. I think there's a right brokerage for a season.
Yeah. And so as you think about what you've learned by seeing these different models, let's talk a little bit about what agents should be thinking about, because each model is not right for each person, but like, what do you think are important things for agents to think about as they evaluate different brokerage models?
Yeah. And I think agents get stuck. They get stuck in a mindset. I talked to a girl that had been at a company for 22 years and she said, I'm a lifer. And I laugh at that because why? You get stuck in a model and you don't see what's going on outside here. So I think the most important thing for an agent to realize is there's different phases of your business. And as you evolve, so does your business model. And maybe the company you're with isn't the fit anymore.
Yeah. That was actually eye-opening for me. The Justin Landis Group was at the same brokerage for a long time, and I never really took any meetings. And then when I did start to take meetings, I was like, oh, there are other good brokerages. Like there are other good options out here that do things differently. And so when you came to Bolst, you helped launch, it was a brand new office, and a lot of agents have joined. Agents have been attracted to it. You've built a great culture. What are some of the things that you've seen in this go around at Bolst that have been really helpful for agents to come in and decide to join and then be successful once they're there?
Well, we have a lot of different tools. I think we're going to get into some of those, but we have different tools than other brokerages have had in the past, I think, that are attractive. And I especially think the team model, the rev share model, the purpose business or the purpose-driven business model, it attracts people longer term and with deeper core values. In my opinion, it's just a different type of agent. We are not a one size fits all.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. Let's start with the team model, because we do have some awesome teams here. We have a couple really large teams. What have you seen that really helps teams? As teams think about where they should be, what's most important to them?
Yeah, and I have to say, if you're a team and you're thinking about moving, I don't know why you'd be anywhere else. I truly do not. I've never seen the team fee structures as low. And I think that was purposeful for you bringing a team over. But a $500 transaction fee for a team member is like, wow. When a lot of companies are taking so heavy splits. So it's not just the money, but also that you're collaborating with so many other teams that are very successful here. So the team model to me is huge. And you're also getting rev share in addition to. So you might be able to charge a little bit less. You can flex on your finances.
Yeah. When we were having those conversations around, should we start our own brokerage? Should we go somewhere else? I mean, that was one of the things when we started the brokerage, like, well, the Justin Landis Group is not going to join a brokerage that doesn't have a good team setup. We're like, so what would be the ideal team setup that we would want our team to have? And those are some of the things that, you said that we want a great cost structure. We want rev share because teams bring in a lot of agents and that really helps the brokerage. It's awesome. I mean, we want it to be a win-win. And we want the brokerage to be able to help support. And so being able to send the agents through Elevate in advance, being able to have a lead share program so the team doesn't have to do 100% of the lead generation. Those kind of things, we were like, hey, we really want those for teams because that's what we wanted for ourselves.
Well,
basically.
we should just pause on lead share for a sec. I mean,
let's do it.
Lead share is its own program here, and you don't have to be a member of a team to join it. So we're talking about teams, but there are individual agents like Mary. She's one of my agents in Alpharetta. She did $200,000 in revenue every year with a team, but she really had a focus on, I want to build my own business and my own thing on Lake Lanier. They live on the lake. And so it was going to be hard. She knew it was going to be a challenge, but Bolst Lead Share has helped her be her own team and have an additional stream of income. So I love that.
And for people listening, Bolst Lead Share, it's the opportunity to opt in to receive leads, which you do pay a higher percentage on if you convert those leads, but you don't have to be a part of a team and you don't have to pay anything on your own personal business. So it is a great way for agents to supplement their business, be able to go out on their own potentially, and push through times when they may be a little slower.
And how many people are in the program now?
Yeah, we've got over 40 people in the program now.
Yeah, I know a lot of our agents are really enjoying that as a supplemental source of income. So I love that.
So we've got the lead share. You also mentioned the rev share, which I know that was important to you when you came over. And not everybody this matters to, but for folks like ourselves who have attracted and brought in a lot of people, that was one of our other big takeaways. We looked and we're like, we should only be at a brokerage with rev share for the number of agents that we're helping, bring into the system.
And you say it's not for everyone. It should be for everyone.
I wish it was for everyone.
It's a passive source of income. It's like my check yesterday, I'll just share. My check was $7,000 yesterday.
I love it.
And my highest one has been about 11. And that was because also a year.
That's in a month. That is a monthly
in a
check.
Month.
Yes.
And so for me, that was one of the reasons I came. And probably the biggest, besides the purpose base, and the flexibility and things like that. But I will say rev share. So Dina is an example. Dina came over from another company and she wanted to replace her income. She has a large Chicago team, but she wanted to build her business here. And it just has been beautiful for her. And her husband said the same thing yesterday. He was like, yay, let's keep this going. And she doesn't have that many. And so the rev share model is absolutely fantastic. And I always try to help people that I brought into the company get their first couple, and that has been very successful.
Yeah, I've been so excited about that as that has grown. I mean, Bolst has given back well over $1 million to the agents, and we've only been in business 5 years.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it really adds up to meaningful income for folks in a business where it's tough because you're always looking for that next sale. I mean, and I understand that. I mean, I'm looking at 2 months out, and I'm like, I don't know how many houses we're going to sell in 2 months. So to have that is really great in this industry where you're always fighting for that next sale.
And honestly, I don't feel like it's like a push for agents. I think they have a negative connotation of recruiting, so to speak. And so it's really like we do a co-op with somebody. We really enjoyed that transaction, and we want to invite them into the space if they're a fit.
Only if they're a fit.
It's
for
so easy anyway, I'd love to help everybody do that.
All right, Julie, another thing that I have observed that I think has been a really good match between just your general style and how you've led the office and the Bolst culture is that you produce a lot of camaraderie, a lot of collaboration, mastermind working together. I mean, recently to celebrate National Hot Dog Day, I don't know if anybody listening knows about National Hot Dog Day, but Julie's a big supporter of this. And we had our second annual National Hot Dog Day at Bolst Alpharetta, and it was awesome. I mean, we had families there, we had vendors there, agents there, and that's for fun, not about selling houses, but you're also doing this to help people sell houses with contests and masterminds. Talk a little bit about why you believe that's important and helpful for agents, and how the broker and brokerage can support people in that.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back to RevShare for a second, because you have a lot of companies who have that model, but they feel disconnected.
Yep.
They're virtual brokerages. They have great models. This is why we do the collaboration. The brick and mortar, the boutique style is to bring people in. And honestly, as a broker, I want to know their families. I want to know who they are. And I want to support the whole person. We have single mothers. We have people who have whole family and they enjoy it. My grandbaby was there yesterday.
I know. So
you know, I want to be able to, and my daughter's thinking about getting into the real estate business. So I think it's important that we create that. Again, I'll use another example. We had a mastermind. And we had about 12 people who were in, our direct downline, if you will, in the RevShare program. And we had a bingo game. And so several people, we had first place, second place, third place. Come on, there's 12 people. Who gets to it first? And one of the girls got an expired listing.
This is real estate bingo. This is bingo.
Real estate bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you have 3 across and you call 50 people or you do this or all activities. Yep. And they weren't super easy. They were hard enough that if you got 3 across, you were doing something. Everybody said this. You pushed us and we did things that we wouldn't have done otherwise. So the accountability and the camaraderie is super important, and especially in this type of a market, I feel.
Oh, yeah. When you got lower transaction volume, it's harder. I mean, it is harder. You've got a longer sales cycle. You've got lower transaction volume. The agents have to be proactive. I mean, that's a lot of what we talk about on this podcast is how to be proactive, how to take those steps. And quite frankly, it's way easier to do it with somebody else and with somebody leading you than it is to wake up all on your own and be like, all right, today, what am I going to do? I mean, that's the beauty of the bingo is it tells you what to do and you get to do it with other people.
Yeah. I think I had that with one other agent. She was going to leave because of the fees. She wanted to go to a cheaper company. She wasn't doing as much business this year. And I had her sit down in the office and I said, will you give me 1 year? But you had a promise, you're plugged in. Yeah. Because usually the agents who are not plugged in are the ones who aren't doing the business. Yeah. And so I said, do it, go. And now she's at everything. And she's thanked me. She's like, this is great. This is what I needed. Yeah. And so, it's just really helping and supporting them along the way, It's one
of the coolest things about the role that you're in is you get to have such an impact on people. I mean, I think about a couple of brokers in particular that had a really big impact on my career, which I'll always be grateful for. I know that you take that really seriously, and it's been cool to see that. How do you think that a broker can most make the biggest impact with agents?
Oh, yeah. So I'll tell a little bit of my history of why I became a broker. And so my previous history before real estate was I was a coach for volleyball. I played a little bit in college, enough to be dangerous. And so coaching and teaching, I taught piano for many years, was my forte. So I really do thrive on seeing people succeed, which was why I enjoy the team model, enjoy the broker model. But the broker model came when I felt like the broker was not fighting for me and I lost a subdivision over it. And it was something that shouldn't have happened. And I decided I was going to become a broker at that point. I said, you know what? I never want this to happen to somebody. I want them to feel like somebody's fighting for them and it's not a political move. So that's why I became a broker. And I think the broker is so important in the role because they're the one who helps you. They're in the trenches with you. And when you're in trouble, they're there for you. They're helping navigate that transaction. And I do take it very seriously and I enjoy it. So.
I've told you this before, but I've said, if somebody needed to go to bat for me on the broker side, I'm having Julie do it because you will. You go to bat for people and you don't back down and you have their best interest in mind. And I really have appreciated
and
that.
I try to be nice.
Yeah. All right. So we've hit a handful of things. I mean, we've hit the purpose-based business, lead share, team model, rev share. But as for anyone listening, what do you think makes an ideal agent at Bolst? Who could be listening that you would be like, I would absolutely love to talk to this person?
Yes. And I think that after 2 years being here, I think that we've collaborated. I always, we go back and forth. I'm like, why don't we do this? Or why don't we do this? I hope I don't make you tired.
I love an idea. Hey, I love an idea. Yeah.
And I think that our perfect agent really is someone who wants to grow.
Yeah.
They want to grow. They're not just wanting to hang their license. They're looking for systems, models, and support from leadership that, all of our leadership are in it. They're in it. They're not like, we've been teaching this for 50 years kind of thing. They are in it. And I just really believe it's that agent who is ready for the next step.
I give the exact same answer. We did not script this. Yes, we want the agent who wants to grow. Whether you're brand new and you want to grow, whether you've already got a $50 million team and you want to take it to 100 or 200 million, we want to help people get to that next level. And it's fun to do together.
Yeah, it's so fun. Yesterday, we talked to somebody in a sales meeting, and 3 of our new agents, brand new, literally in our new Elevate and Advance cohort, 3 of them have deals. And it's so exciting to watch them. It's like, I didn't see that at previous companies. People would get lost. And especially when it's a company that's larger, the smaller companies tend to do more hand-holding, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, Julie, thanks again for being here today. If you would like to talk to Julie and think about joining Bolst Alpharetta, if you're on the north side of the city, we would love for you to talk to Julie so that you could have a broker that is got your back, that's helping you do more business, is helping you make passive income. Come talk to Julie. We've got her scheduling link down below. Feel free to click it. Anywhere else in the city, we would also love to talk to you. You can schedule some time with me, and we look forward to speaking with you. For everybody else, thanks for watching. Make sure you like or subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we will see you again next week.
Hey, North Atlanta agents, I would love to invite you for an opportunity to chat with me. I was an agent and had a team, and I would have loved the things that Bolst has to offer. We have rev share, especially the team plans. I think they're awesome. I built a big team back in the day with subdivision development. There's no other source. The luxury marketing that comes along with it. I just want to share that there's so many things that are different here, and we're a boutique brokerage with support. All of our leadership is heavily involved in learning more, going to conferences, doing things to better ourselves to support you. And if you're looking for a change and anything of this sounds appealing to you, we would love to chat with you. Click the link, schedule a call with me. I'd love to get to know you personally.